1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
Oh, a little bit, I'll be all right, I hope. I don't call them a lot, so hopefully I can get it right. As close as I can. Looking forward to it.
Mark of the season in Football Victoria's NPL for men. It's round 13, so it probably is the halfway mark. Dan, get it right. It is 26 rounds, so this is an important game for both teams. Avondale taking on Green Gully at Green Gully. A great pleasure to be here. And Green Gully currently 8th on the table. And they've scored 14, conceded 19, while Avondale, of course, last year finished second. Got beaten in the preliminary final by the eventual champions Oakley. South Melbourne were the premiers. And they've only dropped 2 games this year to the second and third place teams, Heidelberg and Dandenong Thunder, respectively. So they've been in pretty good form, Avondale, and their best performance was between rounds 8 and 10 when they scored 9 goals and had 3 clean sheets. They also had a clean sheet last week as well. My name's Dan Lonigan. I'm here for the stream for Football Victoria. And going through the 2 teams, Liam Driscoll, the goalkeeper for Green Gully, Judd McDougall, Morris Nugent's the captain, Jalil Ragouge, Paul Hodges, also Gianluca Inucci, Scott Lockheed, the Scottish player. Also in the team, Josh Hope, Casper Hallam, Declan Wynn from New Zealand, played 16 internationals for New Zealand, and Amir Abdullah, who's come across to join his coach. He's also come across from Hume after scoring 15 times for Hume last year. He scored 5 times so far. The subs will be Kiflay, Portelli, Imanzi, Ferrero, who's the second goalkeeper, and Pulovic. While their opponents, Avondale, got a pretty good team in again tonight. Michael Edwards, a Gwek who scored 6 times this year. Kerr scored 4 times. The captain, Ute Towns, Adam El Hayak, Thomas Manos, the goalkeeper, Christian Trzeski, Jackson Courtney Perkins, Emil Wellsmore, who's come from New Zealand, of course, Luca Tavia, and also in the side is Corolla, Camera, and Yusuf Ahmed. Among their subs, Joseph Katabian, Kia Cuba, Mayen, the second goalkeeper, Ethan Pisani, Stefan Valentini, and Stefan Zimmy. So we're about to start, and we're away. Green Gully will get first possession and go back. They are defending at the western end. And they'll go long down the left-hand side, looking to get hold of it. Iannucci, pass inside now towards Josh Hope, who was captain of the Australian under-17 team, played 27 games for the Victory. But the Avondale defence pretty good, and there'll be a free as the player was put down. By Paul Hodges, the Englishman, and they take it back to the goalkeeper Manos, who brings it out the far side now for Avondale. The Avengers will push it on now. In possession was Tavia. A number of players have scored goals this year in this very strong Avondale team. The Gwek scored the most, 6 goals. Tavia plays the ball, forced to go backwards. Good pressing by Green Gully. They bring it out to the broadcast side. Courtney Perkins finds Kerr, scored 4 times, back to Courtney Perkins. Courtney Perkins goes defensively as well. Taken by Kamara. Couple of touches here for Kamara inside the defensive half. Nothing on offer as Green Gully have pressed up magnificently. Back to Manos, who leaves his 18-yard area. Kamara again. Courtney Perkins in short now. The team in blue lob it down through Tavia, but he's not on goal side, unfortunately, for the Avondale side. And it goes over the sideline. Kerr. Green Gully has given away a short corner. Tavia kicks into the body after receiving from Kerr. Back to Tavia again. He goes back. He recovered nicely. Taken by Wellsmore, the New Zealander. Kerr combining with him. Goes inside towards the top of the 18-yard area. But turned over by Green Gully, and they can reset. Back inside the 18-yard area again. They share it nicely. Number of players getting possession early days. Ragoog, one of those. Jalil Ragoog down the left-hand side. Combines with Iannucci. Ahead to the far side now, still inside the defensive half. Turnover. Here's a chance now. Slipping over Kerr. Tavia. Back to Kerr on the edge of the 18-yard area. He's under pressure. Tries to swing it back in. Has it turned over. Good play by the defensive Green Gully. Lobbing ball over the top now. And Lockheed, the Scottish player, kicks into bodies. And it goes over the sideline. It'll be a Green Gully ball. Good defence by Avondale. Set up by the Gwek. Scored 6 times this year. Here's Lockheed now. Inside the defensive half, but cut off by Avondale's Edwards. Reliable player, the New Zealander. And a player brought down. They'll get a free kick. And a yellow card going against Josh Hope. Early days for the Green Gully team inside the first 5 minutes. It's 0-0. Tavia swings it wide in front of the social club rooms here at Green Gully. Nearly a turnover. A pass towards
the right-hand side, but again put over the sideline by the defence of Green Gully before Kerr could get there. Goes back now to Courtney Perkins. Courtney Perkins sets it up on the edge of the 18-yard area. He has a shot, but he swung it wide, and it was never on target, missing to the right-hand side. Didn't get enough elevation either. In fact, hardly any elevation as it rolled along the carpet, and it'll be cleared at the back by Liam Driscoll. 0-0. These two sides met last year. They had away wins. Avondale lost 1-0 to Green Gully at Avenger Park, and Avondale smacked Green Gully when they played here 6-1. Green Gully, of course, finishing 12th, missed relegation by 6 points, so they stay up and looking to start again this year. Tavere trying to turn it over. He does on halfway. From Driscoll bringing it back into play. Gets it wide now to Kerr. Kerr has an opponent putting pressure on him. But again, he didn't get enough on the attempted shot from outside the 18-yard area with a couple of opponents in his face. And like the previous shot, he rolls it along the ground without any power in it. And a goal kick again. 0-0. The pass wide. Loving ball down the left-hand side. Courtney Perkins does well to head it down. They go back. Towns was involved, the skipper. And then Manos, the goalkeeper, just outside the 18-yard area for Avondale. Haven't had a lot to do so far. Kerr right on halfway now in the defensive half. Back to Tavere, one of the clever midfielders in this team. Shares it with Kerr again. Kerr will go across the face. Finds Edwards. Edwards down the left-hand side now. The team in blue. Through ball. But they have numbers at the back. Green Gully tidying it up. Hope. Pushing ball on halfway to Lockheed now. Lockheed inside ball back to Hope, and Edwards in the road again. Gets a decent touch on it. Tavere, couple of opponents to beat. Beats one, passes wide now. A chance for a group. Beats one, beats two. But lovely defence by Green Gully. He almost got into the 6-yard box. They do well to knock it over at the sideline once again. Getting back to support Driscoll. That had pleased the coaching staff. And it's going to be a Avondale ball. Nearly had a chance there. Kamara, one of the tall defenders, combining with Courtney Perkins and Edwards. And now Manos, the goalkeeper, well outside the 18-yard area. In the bright pink boots. Back now to Kamara. Kamara, little ball through. Good one. Playing on a Gweck. Out to Kerr. They've scored 10 goals between them for Avondale this year, the Avengers. An opponent right on his hammer. Goes backwards now to Towns. Towns inside the attacking half. Has to go defensively to Edwards. Out now to the left-hand side. Lobbing ball, but again, good defence by Green Gully. They push it away. Hope's on the burst inside the attacking half, where most of the crowd is. Front of the social club rooms. Hope. Lockheed. Was he brought down? The ref lets it go. Don't think there was much in that. Combining nicely. The defence through Declan Wing. Played 16 internationals for New Zealand. Has Jalil with him. Rug. And he's the centre back. Back now to Win. Win looking to take them on inside the attacking half now. Goes defensively to Lockheed. Played a bit of football at Dundee United. He hooks it out to the right-hand side. Hope. Back to Lockheed again. Good defence by Avondale. Pushed on by Towns. Into the right-hand side. Long ball. Defence gets back. Kamara nearly missed that. Attempted header wasn't too bad at all by Lockheed, but again, didn't get enough purchase on it and rolls into the waiting hands of the goalkeeper, Manos. Couple of half chances for Avondale, one for Green Gully. No scores yet. We're 8.5 minutes into the first half. Round 13 gets underway. Turnover, though, against Avondale, the Green Gully. They storm through the middle. And a good attempt, but a lovely stop by Manos as they burst their way through the middle of the ground. And it came from the boot there of Hodges, but again, he didn't get any elevation on it. And it was on target, but in the road, right in the middle of the goal mouth, was Manos. Manos combines now with Kamara. Kamara under some pressure. Lockheed keeping him honest. Courtney Perkins back to help out. Has to go back to the goalkeeper, Manos. Lockheed right with him. Gets rid of it quickly. Heads it out to the outer side. And now the big boot of Edwards. Lots of distance on that. Goes down towards the attacking half for Green Gully. For Avondale. Defensive half for Green Gully. Puts it over the sideline and Avondale win possession in halfway. Edwards from Tavir and Manos. He can go in short. He's leaving his 18-yard penalty area a lot, the goalkeeper Manos. Kamara, Lockheed's right with Kamara though, so he has to revert back to Manos. Gets it down now. Player might have been studded there for Avondale, and now there's a turnover. Pushed into it, Lockheed, and he did pretty well to try and set up something, but well stopped again by Manos. Having a bit of work to do at the moment. We're 10 minutes in, still 0-0. Doing a lot of attacking Green Gully. Through ball. Didn't go where Avondale wanted it. And there is an offside against Avondale, as like Manos, the goalkeeper for the Green Gully team, Driscoll left his line. Was able to clean it up.
Let's touch it. Get it, give it, move it.
Yusuf Abdul getting a bit of it early too for the Avondale side. Another one of their forwards. Yusuf Ahmed, I should say. Player put down. Turnover here for Green Gully inside their attacking half. They pass it wide. They get to the edge of the 18-yard area. Lots of blue shirts there. And then there is a volley by Hope, who got it on the volley just outside the 18-yard area, but he balloons it away. It was off target, and it's still 0-0. Edwards receiving. Back now to Manos, to Kamara. Kamara under pressure, leaves the 18-yard area now on the burst. Trying to get on the ball quick, does nicely. Good use with his skills. Great back heel by Kerr. That was magnificent. Trying to back commentary position to Tavia. Goes wide now, looking for Yusuf, but Yusuf had it turned away by the Green Gully defence. Have been good so far, and they arrive and combine nicely. Down the right-hand side, Edwards gets goal side, turns it over. He's playing very well so far for Avondale. Back now to Kamara, the centre back for the team in blue. Now Kerr on halfway. Turns his opponent inside out. Under some pressure. Iannucci kept him honest. Towns, the skipper. And Edwards, as all the green and white shirts get inside their defensive half to make it tough for Avondale to get through. The Avengers combining through Courtney Perkins, Kamara, Towns, Kerr. A quick involved too. Kerr heading down the right-hand side on the edge of the 18-yard area. A couple of opponents putting pressure. Kicks into bodies. Under pressure again. He may go back to Courtney Perkins, who's alone and unattended. Gets it now in the direction of Towns. Tavia, the playmaker. Courtney Perkins again. Inside ball. Good one. Yusuf goes wide. Down the left-hand side. Chance on the edge of the 18-yard area. Edwards into the box. Cleared by the defence of Green Gully. Lockheed's there to tidy up. And he goes back as we take a breath at 0-0. Gianluca Iannucci has the ball taken away from him. Good hustling well inside the attacking half by Avondale. Ballooning ball though by Trajeski. Goes wide and high. Wasn't on target and misses. Still 0-0. But getting involved in the game, Christian Trzeski for Avondale. 14 minutes gone. So Driscoll with a goal kick. Both teams have had their fair share of possession and a look inside their attacking half so far in this important match. 8th against first on the ladder. A wedging ball by Green Gully. Cleaned up at the back though by Kamara inside the defensive half to Towns. Inboard. Now to the robust Edwards, playing solidly. Left back for Avondale. They've got the ball right on halfway. Yusuf again. Inside ball's a good one. Well played by Agwek. Now Towns. Towns passing nicely to the right-hand side. Courtney Perkins and now Kerr. An opponent right with him. Trying to work his way through Kerr. On the edge of the 18-yard area now. Goes for a little pass that doesn't quite find the target. And Trzeski was the player it was intended for. Again, good defence by Green Gully to get in front of Trzeski and ensure that the ball would sail away for a goal kick. And it does over the byline. Nearly 15 and a half gone. And Driscoll. He's had 2 clean sheets this year, 3 games where Green Gully have not scored. Goes high. Just inside the defensive half. Was there a hand on that? Kerr. And Iannucci. And here's an opportunity now for Courtney Perkins to bring it back into play. He's a little bit unsure what to do. He got it now to Agwek. Agwek goes back to Tavia. Tavia now to Edwards, who's controlling everything inside the defensive half. Been magnificent. Heads it down the left-hand side. And taking it was Wellsmore. Edwards, the 2 New Zealanders combining. Agwek, Kamara. A lot of touches inside the attacking half, right on the edge of the sideline. 2 opponents around him, Kerr. Courtney Perkins, I reckon Tavia was brought down. The ref let it go. If he's going to let that go, let them all go all night, son. Hodges got the ball now to Iannucci. Green Gully in possession. Work their way through inside the attacking half. Pass out wide now on the edge of the 18-yard area. Little lobbing ball, and Edwards was in the road, and he hooks it over the sideline. Playing well, Michael Edwards. It's early days. This is a massive call from me. I'm known for making massive calls, but he's in contention for BOG. Absolutely magnificent so far. Here's Lockheed. Passing inside to Hope. Couple of touches. Here again is an opportunity for Hope, who receives it on the edge of the 6-yard box, and he's put it away past the Avondale goalkeeper Manos, who looks at his defenders and says, "What were you doing?" They were like stunned mullets. Beautiful work from the right-hand side, inside the 18-yard area to the 6-yard box. Hope puts it away, and it's Green Gully 1, Avondale 0 at the 18-minute mark. Manos not happy at all. They were flat-footed, the defenders. It's almost like the parting of the Red Sea, the way that they got a couple of decent balls inside the 18-yard area and set it up nicely. Great finish by Josh Hope. So 1-0. And Avondale coming from behind. Lost games in round 7 to Heidelberg and Thunder in round 11. Generally been pretty good this year. Second and third on the table, those 2 teams. Tavia, Kamara. Tavia looking for Kerr, but in the road, cleared nicely by Green Gully's Iannucci. And then there's a player down for Green Gully. I think there might be a card given here. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It was a very unsavoury challenge as far as I could see. see what the ref does. At this stage, I don't think he's giving one, is he? No. Green Gully defence holding up nicely. Declan Wynn has been very, very good. And Kurt's been a good battle. Casper Hallam was the player that went down. He scored 4 times this year for Green Gully. He just scored their 15th goal of the season. Hodges. Rayug. Missed by Yusuf of Avondale. Lockheed. Closed in. Has to go back now, switching. Rayug again. Looking for a through ball. Stopped by Courtney Perkins. Has been solid. Good fancy footwork. Little inside ball now. Tajeski. Courtney Perkins. Kamara. Back now. To the goalkeeper Manos. Has to go down the left-hand side. Good distance on the kick. And then kicking into bodies. It's going to be right on halfway in front of happy Green Gully supporters who lead 1-0. Possession for Avondale. Have to go backwards a bit here. Good pushing and shoving by Hallam. He's got the socks down. You don't see that in soccer very much, or football very much. Courtney Perkins, Kamara, Manos, and now they bring it out to the left-hand side through Edwards. Turns it over again, missing their targets a bit when they're on the way out at the moment, Avondale. Having to work hard. Edwards does, with Wellsmore, to put pressure, to force the possession back the way of Avondale again. Trajeski, he's got to play wide here. Kerr in the edge of the 18-yard area. Turns an opponent inside out. Went for a shot at goal. Good defence again by Green Gully. Just in the 18-yard area. Can't get elevation on their shots on goal at the moment, Avondale. Going back, Wynn. Kamara, though, on the half volley, attacks it at halfway for Avondale. Turns it over. Back inside the attacking half. Trajeski, nearly brought down. Nearly combining with Kerr. Gets it again. And an opponent right with him has to go back now to Courtney Perkins. He'll set it up. Midfield, outside the 18-yard area to the skipper. Towns. Wellsmore. And it's kicked away from his possession. He wins it just before it heads out, near where the byline and the sideline meet. On the edge of the 18-yard penalty. Brought down just outside the 18-yard penalty. It's going to be a free kick, but it's not a penalty. No, it's going the other way. Going the other way. I sort of can't see how that happened. They're not happy, Avondale. A quick, I thought was brought down. But it's a free going to Ragoo, who's been very solid at centre-back for the team in green and white, Green Gully. They scored in the 16-minute through Hope. High lobbing ball on the left. Courtney Perkins lost his footing. He'll take a free kick. Tavia. Wellsmore, defensive midfielder. Yusuf, Wellsmore, Brennan. All getting a bit of it inside the defensive half for Avondale, where it's camped at the moment. Tavia on the ball. Kamara. Agwek. Kerr, too much on it, back to Kamara. Iannucci brought down. Fairly, says the ref. On halfway again. Tavia having to go back with opponents right with him. Iannucci doing a good job in particular. Pressing every time his opponent has the ball. Edwards. Kamara. Back to Edwards. And Wellsmore. Two New Zealanders in this team. There's Wynn, of course, in the Green Gully side. On the left, a long high ball. Taken on the half volley. Trapped cleverly by Kerr. Severe. Not in a good position to get hold of that. It might go over the byline. And it's going to be a corner kick going against Green Gully, going the way of the Avondale team, the Avengers, who are down 1-0, conceding a goal in the 16th minute. Bit of sloppy defence as we're just over the halfway mark of the first half. Some beautiful passing on the edge of the 18-yard area, and Hope got deep on the brink of the 6-yard box to put it away past Manos. Here's a chance now on the half volley. It was a good deep header. It came out to Tavere. Didn't get enough on it though. Edwards, Wellsmore, Tavere, wide now. Again, the defence getting back inside the 18-yard area for Green Gully to help the goalkeeper Driscoll out. Kerr, and looking to see if he could just take the pace of it. A well-weighted ball in the direction of Agwek. And there was almost a collision, but Driscoll in the end took it quite comfortably. Went where Angels fear to tread and caught it in the 18-yard area to stop an opportunity for Avondale, who are down 1-0. Here's Hallam receiving it now. Inside the attacking half for Green Gully. Goes back now. The blue numbers are back on the edge of the 18-yard area. Turnover. Well played. Kerr, Agwek. Yusuf has it now. One of their tall midfielders and strikers. Back to Agwek. That was clever. Chance now for Trajewski, but he was cornered and virtually running out of room in that left-hand side near the left post. And it was well covered by Driscoll, who's doing a good job down there as his team, Green Gully, holds on to a 1-0 lead into the second half of the first half in our stream Football Victoria, round 13 of the NPL for season 2025. Avondale first on the table, Green Gully 8th. Iannucci and Ragoog combining nicely. Through ball now. Nugent's involved too, the skipper. Now Hope, the goal scorer. Goes back now. Iannucci. Win. Back on the halfway mark. Told to keep it moving from the coaches. Ragoog. Hodges. Lost control of it then. They went one possession too many. And now it's won by Agoot. Goes down the left-hand side. He finds Kerr. Kerr, though, again, was running out of room. Good defence to get over that left-hand side by Green Gully after turning it over inside the defensive half. Probably one pass too many. And the goalkeeper, again, Driscoll, was covering that left-hand goal post. And it remains at 1-0. Now Ragoog. See if they can put a few more passes together here instead of going backwards. Try and go forward. Wellsmore, good decent ball on that to Hallam. Hallam and Wellsmore. Hallam comes inside him, but then Wellsmore does well to turn it over. Brilliant play, picked his pocket, gets it now to Trajewski, burns off a couple of opponents. One, not two, studs his opponent, who does well to get plenty of distance on the kick, but on the edge of the 18-yard area, stopped by the goalkeeper Manos for Avondale. Down now, they haven't had a game where they haven't scored this year. The team on top, the Avengers. Courtney Perkins goes back now. Kamara combines with the skipper Towns, the boy from Ethiopia. Across now to Edwards. Edwards on the left, and Wellsmore. Kamara still well inside the defensive half, looking for a way through. Probably having a bit of an issue in their final third with that last pass. Turned over again. Good defence by McDougall for the Green Gully side. Iannucci. Back to the man in the orange boots. It is Judd McDougall. Great name. Long high ball. Win waiting for it, but getting to Iannucci first. Back now. Ragoog and McDougall, one of the defenders. Almost at halfway. Now they're inside their attacking half, Green Gully. Heading down the right-hand side in front of the crowd. Good pass, out wide again. Long ball towards Manos, who did well to save it again. It was heading in his direction on the right-hand side. Great reaction from him, he knocked it away, and the defenders are able to clean up. Having a couple of chances here, that was on target again, but Manos equal to the occasion. Receives it again. It's that final third breaking down for the Avengers at the moment. And they're looking better when they get some opportunities. Green Gully, again turned over by Yusuf, headed away by Iannucci, and supporting him is Hodges, the Englishman. And Green Gully are saying it's their ball. They thought it was their ball. Inside the defensive half, in front of the scoreboard, in front of our commentary position. But it goes the way of Courtney Perkins of Avondale. Short to Tavia. Back down to Kamara. Kamara inside to Towns. Courtney Perkins. Kamara again. Nothing on offer because they've got all the players in front of them. Green Gully till they go back. Manos looks to start again. Taken on the half volley by Wellsmore. He's back now to Edwards. Trzeski. Kamara charging towards halfway. Good touch by Agwek. Agwek out wide now to Kerr. Kerr, he swaps sides. Inside the attacking half with Yusuf. In short now, arriving late is Edwards. He didn't make enough of that. The defenders were around him. They'd all gone back inside the 18-yard area for Green Gully. Turnover now to Hallam on halfway. Will take on Edwards. Stops and props. Can't control it properly. Good turnover again by Avondale. Back inside the attacking half for them. Towns looking for a way through. Sees a lot of green and white shirts in front of him. Has to retreat and find Edwards patrolling from the defensive half into the attacking half. Good attempt there by Avondale, running out of room to bring it across his bows there, Kerr. But good defence by Green Gully. He's running out of room. He hooked it back from one side of the goal mouth to the other. And in the end, they've conceded a corner as Green Gully.
Colby!
No corners yet for Green Gully. This is the third for Avondale, but they haven't got a score on the board. 1-0. 31 minutes played in this round 13 clash. The National Premier League. Good deep ball. Good defence again. Well played by the big man, McDougall. The pack collapsed. Kicking into bodies is Tavia. Headed down by Wellsmore. Headed away by Edwards. Inside the 18-yard area again. Defended at the back though by Green Gully, whose defence has been immense so far. Not scoring a lot of goals, but their defence is pretty good. Again, headed away by Iannucci, but they've got one tonight so far to lead 1-0 at home. It'll be a great result for them. They haven't played that many games at home so far this year, as Hallam under pressure, and they have to go backwards, Green Gully to Driscoll. They've done a lot of that so far, unlike Avondale. Lockheed. Ragood down the left-hand side, and it wasn't a bad idea. Wynn had just got offside as he was trying to get into position then, but the kick had too much on it anyway from Ragood. 1-0 for Green Gully. Hope scoring in the 16th minute as the defence for Avondale was flat-footed with some lovely little passing coming from that far side, or the social club room side here at Green Gully, ending up with Josh Hope. Player brought down, the ref says that both players sort of went down in a great tackle by Lockheed on Tavia. He turns it over. I was happy with that. I don't think there was a free there as McDougall to the charging big man for Green Gully, the centre-back, Ragoog, who's been good, to win. And now Iannucci, two opponents around him. Well done, Kerr. Does well to win it off him. He just harassed and he harangued. He's very close to the sideline. Kerr goes back inside now to Towns. Towns to Courtney Perkins. And Courtney Perkins back to the man inside the 18-yard area, helping out his goalkeeper, Manos and Kamara. He brings it out the left-hand side to Edwards. Wellsmore now inside the attacking half. Avondale been around for 41 years. And then coming outside the 18-yard area, and he's brought the opponent down as Driscoll. He was looking to foot it away, and unfortunately for him, his opponent was in the road, and it's going to be a penalty. It was risk and reward for Driscoll, and now it's risk and no reward. He took a punt and it didn't come off. on Kerr, went down, and the Quick will take it. Looking for his 7th goal here to make it 1-1. Remembering, so far, they have scored a goal in every game.
Follow it in! Follow it in!
The idea was there, but the execution not quite right. Chance for a penalty here. Agwek. Standing right in the middle of the goal mouth. Agwek shoots, and he scores into the back of the left-hand corner of the net, his 7th goal of the season. And they get a penalty in the 35th minute. Avondale, it's 1-1 against Green Gully.
Tell them stay flat, don't go high. Stay flat, give us space to Kerr and Yui. Let's go, come on.
So there you go, it's 1-1. Hope scoring in the 16th minute for Green Gully, and then a penalty as Driscoll thrust his boot at it, and he's upended with his opponent. The ref has called it a penalty inside the 18-yard area, and it was there. So Hodges receives, goes back, Ragoog and McDougall. To the goalkeeper Driscoll. Ragoog again. Agwek on the march. Good ball. Down the right-hand side. Green Gully pressing again. Getting back Yusuf. Does well to help the rest of the defenders out. One of the attackers. Turnover now to Tavere. Trubisky. He's onside. Kerr charging down. In fact, it was Agwek charging down. And good play by McDougall to come across his path, come goal side, and put a bit of pressure. The opportunity was there, though. The through ball, which worked for a little while there for Avondale in front of the social club rooms. It's 1-1. Win under pressure. Kerr pressing him hard. Back now to Ragoog. Ragoog a long ball. Hallam gets in the right side, tries to turn his opponent Kamara inside out and loses control of it. He's a big man, helped out by Courtney Perkins for Avondale. Back now to Manos, and now out to the reliable Edwards. Charging down that left-hand side, supported by Wellsmore, who's got it now. Towards Towns. Towns to Kamara. Kamara now to the man. Right on the sideline. Looking to weave his way inside through a couple of opponents, Kerr and Towns and Courtney Perkins. And now Kamara on halfway. They certainly had more possession, I reckon, Avondale. Towns getting a touch there, as did Edwards, as did Wellsmore. Through ball by Agwek. Yusuf didn't get anything on that. And now it's turnover. Giannucci looking for Hallam, but he was caught napping by Edwards, who turned it over himself to Kamara. Trajewski. Towns and Yusuf. And now Edwards again. Very solid, very reliable. Towns once more, right on halfway. Looking to set something up. Still reckon their final third work in general play, letting them down a bit, the Avengers. They scored their goal, of course, from a penalty. Here's Kerr charging in, charging out. The opponent right on it. Did well in win. Was right with him once again, keeping him honest. And he couldn't get a decent look at it. He was right on the edge of the 18-yard area in the right-hand corner, but they get another corner kick, their 4th of the night. See if he can curl it in, get it deep.
Win this one, Judd! Win it, Judd!
It's low. Skims and headed away. Well played by McDougall, but a wall set up. Wellsmore goes back now. Good play by Towns. Towns goes wide, and he finds Trajewski, who's got more involved the longer the half's gone on for the Avengers. Now to the centre back, Kamara, in short again, and he finds Kerr under pressure. Passes back now to Towns. Now in the 18-yard area, trying to shoot with Trajewski, but he kicks into bodies, and then it rebounds to Wellsmore, Far too much on that ball, well over the crossbar and sails out of play. Approaching the 40th minute, it's 1-1. A goal to Green Gully in the 16th by Hope, and then a penalty going a Gwick's way for Avondale in the 35th minute as they keep their streak in place of having scored a goal in every one of their games so far this season, the top of the ladder side. He made the preliminary last year, finished second at the end of the home and away season, champions and premiers in 2023, and then were well beaten by the eventual champions Oakleigh. South Melbourne were the premiers at the end of the home and away season. Getting high Youssef, but he puts it over the sideline in front of a good crowd here at Green Gully on that far side. Enjoying the football. It's a bit of a cooler night. We've had a very, very warm May so far. Extremely hot April. And I'm sure the players would have experienced that. An unseasonably hot autumn. The season starts in February when it's hot anyway. So Green Gully with possession inside their attacking half. Just on the edge of the 18-yard area. And we're into the 41st minute. Scores 1-1.
Good boy, Manny, good boy.
Good defence by Avondale. They made it hard there for Green Gully to get through from the throat.
Touch and go, Kalu. Touch and go, Tommy.
Manos has it. Kamara. Courtney Perkins. Severe. Kamara. Manos to the far side. That's a good ball. Well volleyed by Wellsmore. Tidy player. Severe again will receive this from Trajewski. Didn't get enough on it as he volleyed it just near the start of the 18-yard area, and it just dribbled away and comfortably vacuumed up at the back by the goalkeeper Driscoll. Hope. McDougall. Rayude for Green Gully. Through ball now. Iannucci. Here's a chance now. Pass out wide. Hallam from Abdullah. And there's a player brought down. Is that a penalty? It is. So they've got a chance to be up 2-1 before half time. So the challenge by the defence inside the 18-yard area deemed to be worth a penalty, going the way of the Green Gully side. Player brought down. I think it was Hodges. And the goal scorer, the man who scored 15 times for him last year, Abdullah, has a chance to give his team a 2-1 lead. And we get 2 penalties. And Avondale again will be chasing the game. Just panicking the Avondale team a little bit there by getting a decent entry. Let's see what Abdullah can do. He's a great finisher. Can Manos stop it? Abdullah for goal number 6 this year. To the city end. And he puts it away in the left-hand corner. Manos went the wrong way. It's Green Gully 2. And they lead Avondale 1 close to half-time. Thrilling contest here on the stream. I hope you're enjoying it. So, 2-1. Playing very well here, Green Gully. Close to half-time. Hope scored in the 16th minute. when the Avondale defence is a bit flat-footed. Towns will receive. Wellsmore nearly had it turned over, got support though in Trajewski, down to Tavere, wide again. This hasn't worked for most of the night. Winners had Kerr's measure, pushing him wide. He tries to go inside to Tavere, but it's kept away by Iannucci for the Green Gully side. But again, Towns is there once more as the man who's set up the wall nicely is Courtney Perkins, but they turn it over from that attempted switch by Towns. Good play of Dulla. Well done, Manos. He approaches his opponent. They crash into each other. The ref doesn't call the penalty against Manos. It was a bit similar to Driscoll. He's gone down in a bit of trouble there, Hallam. I hope he's okay. But Manos had eyes on the ball. A magnificent contest between two very good players. And Green Gully recover again. Abdullah! Abdullah has scored a magnificent goal from outside the 18-yard area on the left. It had the carry. Manos couldn't stop it. He's gone to the crowd and they've gone mad. Green Gully 3, Avondale 1, and Amir Abdullah has 2 goals. He's got a brace. He skidded to the crowd and his teammates came after him. Magnificent goal on the left. It sort of hit the crossbar and rolled in. There was nothing the goalkeeper Manos could do about that. And they're under the pump, the top team. Having a great night, Green Gully at home. A brace for Abdullah. 7 goals for the season. After the incident before, Casper Hallam went down. Both players going for the ball. Could have been a penalty, it wasn't. Good decision by the ref. Under the pump, Avondale. They're hoping for half-time here. Towns. Courtney Perkins. Severe. Kamara. Edwards down the left-hand side. Wellsmore. Wellsmore wedges it up. Good header by Green Gully. They'll force it away again. Their defence has been great. Hallam, who scored 4 times this year, hasn't really got involved, but they've got a little bit of talent in their front half with him and Abdullah. And Abdullah, what a strike that was on the left. Bit off balance too. Magnificent. Cleared by the defence. Only momentarily Yusuf still inside the defensive half. Had a lot of the ball, but not really doing enough with it, I reckon, in that final third, as I've said, Avondale. Kamara. Kerr. Player brought down. That should be a free. That should be a free. The ref let it go. Slightly inconsistent. Iannucci brought a player down, and there'll be a stoppage here. Yeah, I thought Trajewski was a bit unlucky that he didn't get a free on that occasion. An untimely challenge from Hodges, the Englishman. Played a lot of football in England over the years. What a performance this has been by Green Gully. 3-1. And Abdullah with that magnificent strike in the 43rd minute. Well outside the 18-yard area. Brilliant. Team leading 3-1. That's half-time. And the Green Gully supporters will be cock-a-hoop with that. That is a magnificent performance by them. They lead 3-1. Josh Hope scored in the 16th minute. Then there was a penalty that went the way of Avondale, where Driscoll took on Aguk and wasn't able to foot it away from him, and the ref deemed that there was contact in the 18-yard area, and the reliable striker scored for Avondale to keep their streak alive. They've scored in every game. mother wanted to get my son to go on the microphone to do it in the door. Because he told that $99. And Chris Wilson said, if you're a mic man, my mum was not very well one stage, probably played. And we were the car he rang me and said, mate, you've got a mic or you win. Sure, a mic. She said, have you got a problem? I said, you're a mic. I told him the story and that was it. That's the mic. That's a good one. Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Welcome back to Green Gully Reserve. Just the second time this year Avondale have conceded 3 goals. They conceded 3 goals against Heidelberg, who are second on the table. And they went down in that game. They've only lost 2 games all year, but we're only at half-time. Green Gully outstanding against Avondale in the first half. Josh Hope scored in the 16th minute when the defence of Avondale was a bit flat-footed. And then there was a penalty to go the way of a quick, as the goalkeeper Driscoll of Green Gully was a little bit overzealous as he tried to put the ball away from just outside the 18-yard area or inside the 18-yard area. He could have picked it up, and there was a penalty went the way of Avondale. And then Abdullah converted a penalty down the other end when the defence of Avondale were a bit untidy. And there was a penalty inside the 18-yard area for Green Gully, and then just after a big collision going for the ball between Manos, the goalkeeper of Avondale, and one of the strikers, Hallam for Green Gully, Abdullah, magnificent strike to give him 2 goals. He was a long way out on the right-hand side, a little bit off balance on the left. He has just ballooned it away, and it got past the goalkeeper, Manos, for one of the best goals you're ever likely to see. So 3-1. And they're in possession again, Avondale, inside the defensive half, though, with some work to do. Too much on that particular ball from Trajeski. And heading down the left-hand side, trying to control it was Tavia, but it will be a Green Gully ball. And it'll be taken by the captain, Nugent. Controlled by Hallam with those socks down. Back to Nugent. Just don't see it off. It's got the long sleeves though. It's quite tidy, but you just don't see it much inside. They generally got the socks up because they've got the shin guards on. As it'll be cleared by Kamara now. Back to Edwards. Been very impressed with him, very reliable. Wellsmore virtually had his studs on the sideline there. Had to go back because they've pressed up so well inside their attacking half, Green Gully. That's one of the areas of their game that's been very impressive tonight. Wellsmore again. Fancy footwork against the opposite number 24, Abdullah of Green Gully. Back again to Kamara. To Manos. Kamara again. Heads down the middle of the pitch. To there. Gets away from Lockheed and goes back now to Kamara. Had too much on it. Turnover. Abdullah. Lockheed looking for Nugent. Nugent shoves a kick inside the 18-yard box. 2 players threw their boots at it. And Hallam was saying it was going our way for Green Gully. But no, he was the one that had the last touch. So it goes the way of Avondale. 3-1, early stages, second half. Ball shoved on quickly by Trajeski, turned over though by Green Gully. Yusuf has it halfway. Towns. Trajeski. Severe. Oh, he couldn't get control of it. Another turnover. Here's Abdullah right through the middle, trying to get back Edwards. Now towards Casper. Great play to Abdullah. Abdullah puts it away, and it's 4-1. Another turnover through the middle, and the 2 stars, Casper Hallam and Abdullah. Abdullah scored 3. He got it, and the defence again was flat-footed. Nothing the goalkeeper could do, and he's furious. Absolutely furious, Thomas Manos. And you can understand that the turnover, allowing an easy goal, and they've now conceded their most number of goals for the season, and he heads over towards the crowd, and they're in raptures, the Green Gully boys. Well done, Hallam. Well done, Abdullah. He's got 3, and they lead 4-1, Green Gully. Just a bad turnover again by Avondale. And this is a big upset coming up. And a bit of a thrashing too. 4-1, having a shocker tonight, Avondale. 8 goals for the season for Abdullah. 15 at Hume. Came across to Green Gully with the coach who was at Hume. And he's an outstanding finisher. Can they get their way back, Avondale? It would be a wow of a comeback if they've managed to do it. But they just can't complete their passing inside the final third. And even here, it's another turnover. Here's Iannucci getting on the end of it. Hallam will get a past the goalkeeper for another one. Too easy. Poor turnover in the middle of the pitch. And Casper Hallam's on the board for his 5th goal this season. And happy days for Green Gully. It's a simple game, soccer. If your defence is not helping your goalkeeper is generally under the pump if it's one-on-one when the team with the ball are streaming forward and are onside. And Casper Hallam was always going to finish. A great finish. 5-1 now, Green Gully. What an upset this is. With maybe more to come for them. Especially if the Avondale team keeps turning it over like that. It's 5-1. Edwards, Kamara. So much defensive ball because they've been pushed back by the pressing up of Green Gully, Avondale. Having to share and really doing nothing with the passes because they can't. And they just can't take the game on. Arriving is a deck, does well. Kerr. Nice little back heel pass, Trajewski. A Gook again, does well. But unfortunately for Yusuf, I think he might have been offside. He was. They need to get a Gweck into it, and this has been their problem. They're turning it over midfield. They've done it twice in this half so far. We're only 7 minutes into the second half, 52 minutes into the match, and it's 5-1. Yes, 5-1 if you just joined us on the stream. Welcome, by the way. Coolish night tonight. Pleasant but cool. I think winter might be arriving. Here's McDougall, shoved into it. Charges his way down, turnover halfway. This might be an opportunity for Trajewski. Through ball now. Here's a Gweck on the edge of the 18-yard area. Now in the direction of his teammate who did a good job, Tavere, but the defence was there. Well done, McDougall, because I think the goalkeeper might have been beaten, Driscoll, and he had a shot, but he didn't get enough on it. The defence pretty good again by Green Gully to stave off a chance for the second goal. 5-1. Headed away again by Avondale. They win it down the right-hand side. Through ball once more. Gweck, can he get there? He beats the goalkeeper and produces a magnificent finish into the left-hand corner. Brought it down the right-hand side. The goalkeeper, Driscoll, approached it. And a Gweck just too clever, too good for him. What a great finish that is. And he's produced a brace. It's 5-2 now. He's got 8 goals this season. So 5-2. Down the left, Wynn, long ball. Hallam had the field to beat that big body. Shoved him out of the way. Kamara, Towns had it turned over by Hope. Abdullah clever, tried to back heel it to Hope. Lost control of it. Off the back foot, miskicked it, did Tavere. Down the left-hand side. Win again. It's a song, of course, from the Bee Gees. Iannucci
Hope. Yusuf turns it over nicely. A couple of turnovers from Green Gully now. They still lead 5-2, but the coaching staff a bit annoyed. Never happy. Can't be until that final whistle sounds. Nugent, Abdallah scored 3 times. Back to Nugent, the skipper tonight. Has to go back again. This is what got Avondale into all sorts of trouble. McDougall, nice header. Wellsmore. Yusuf, Tavere, Edwards, Kamara. Now they bring it from one side, the left side to the right side, where it's well populated, where the food and the drinks are, and the club rooms here at Green Gully. Kamara, down the middle of the pitch. Trajewski lobs it away, headed out of congestion by Wynn. But again, they set a wall up just inside the attacking half, Avondale. They go back to try and go forward. Courtney Perkins. Towns. 2 opponents on him. Beaten to the punch. And then he's held. I reckon that was a free. Has to get back here, Edwards. Well done by Manos. Leaves his area and he does well to foot it away and over the sideline. But again, the defence was disorganised, as it looks like Avondale might be about to make some substitutions here. Cuba, number 80, is one they're looking at. There's 3 of them actually getting ready to be inserted into the game. Nugent. Hope. Chested it nicely, trapped it to Hallam. Nugent again, goes inside, a little bit slow to get there, but eventually he does Hodges. But good play by Avondale as they push it away, ricocheted it away, and ironically, even though they lead 5-2, it's the first corner kick of the night for the Green Gully team.
Beware here, Scotty! Scotty! Oh! Oh! High white. Jump here! White.
So there are going to be 3 changes here.
On the edge. Deeper.
Stephen Zinni scored 13 times last year. Looks like he'll be one to come in. Nice header, which was almost a chance there for on the left goalpost for the Green Gully team, but he couldn't control it. It cleared everyone else. It was low and flat. Cuba comes on. Tavere comes off. Zinni comes on. Kerr comes off. And Valenti comes on. So 3 fresh players now with the team down 5-2. To have any chance, we've got to get going. We're in the 58th minute. 2 magnificent goals to start the half. Hallam combining with Abdallah for his 3rd, and then Hallam scoring himself. 2 bad turnovers in the middle of the pitch by Avondale, and they got one back through Gweck. As they get it down that left-hand side, it's put over the sideline by the big figure of Ragoog. So we'll see what those fresh legs can do for the Avondale side. We've got possession again, here where the byline and the sideline meet, down at the city end here of Green Gully. Reserve at the score 5-2 in the 59th minute. Ball goes back now to Towns. Towns again, having to retreat. Gets the pass through. Nearly a turnover. But all the Green Gully players have got back, mostly near the 18-yard area. Could have been a shove going the way of Avondale, but the ref says no. Edwards has to get back with a long ball coming down inside the defensive half from Green Gully. Manos takes it again. Kamara. Edwards. Towns. Wellsmore. Edwards again. Kamara, but again, all those green and white shirts in front of them. Just inside the attacking half for Avondale. Now they try and flick it forward. Agwek couldn't control it. Good defence again by Green Gully. Player was charged into, and he'll pick up a free kick for Green Gully. He worked hard down that left-hand side in front of the social club rooms. The big body of Ragoog. Here's Wynn. 16 games for New Zealand. And then an attempted volley missed by Avondale. Luckily, Kamara's there to clean it up. He's been pretty solid tonight. Now to Trajewski. Trajewski tries to get it in the direction of Zinni, but he was a bit slow to get moving. And Nugent puts it over the sideline inside the attacking half of Green Gully, who lead 5-2. Two New Zealanders combined. Wellsmore back to Edwards, now to Manos. Manos looking to open it up to the outer side. And an opportunity for Kamara. Perkins in the middle of the park. Valenti couldn't quite control it. And it goes over the sideline. Still 5-2. We're in the 62nd minute. 3-1 at half-time for Green Gully. Abdullah has scored 3, including a magnificent long shot before half-time. Edwards. Wellsmore. Agwek tried to get it back, had two opponents on him. Too well to get it off him. Abdullah receives it nicely. Great play by Hodges to give it to him. Goes wide now. Iannucci under pressure. Turns an opponent inside out and then plays it badly. Got worried out of it. The defence was there to mop it up. Kamara's been pretty steadfast tonight for Avondale. Needs a bit more support. Inside the attacking half, Ragoog heads it down, but they lose possession again. Trajewski down the right-hand side, getting in the right position. Valentini does well, turns inside out, but he couldn't get it past Ragoog, who nodded it away. He was on the edge of the 18-yard area. He's been solid. Green Gully looking to win again. To switch into the middle for Hope. Club since the end of the 2017 season. Comes out the left-hand side, kicks into bodies, and the Green Gully team concede a corner kick. 63rd minute, it's 5-2 in favour of Green Gully, the most that Avondale have conceded in the season so far. It was 3 against Heidelberg before tonight. One of their 2 losses. Low and flat. Again, headed away, Ragoog. Waiting down for it though. Good play, Wellsmore. Cuba, one of the subs, kicking into bodies. Bit of a lazy effort there off the back foot by Trajewski. Here's Valentini again. And there's going to be a 3, I think, going the way of Green Gully. As they got it deep inside the 18-yard area, near where the 6-yard box meets. And it's going to be a Green Gully ball, just as they were starting to press. Courtney Perkins involved as well. So Green Gully make the sub. They can be pretty happy with the way things are going so far. Coming on is Kifley. Long ball. Headed away by Hallam, but only as far as Edwards. Down now to Zinni. Zinni's got a player on his outside who wants to get it to him. Running hard, Wellsmore. Goes back though to Towns. Now he finds Wellsmore, but coming across his path. Nugent puts it over the sideline with it 5-2. There's going to be a change. Kifley coming on now. for the last 25 minutes or so of the match. Gianluca Iannucci, who's been pretty solid tonight, coming off for Green Gully. In fact, the whole team's been solid in their 5-2 lead so far. Kiffle, not Kiffley. Comes on. Well done, Wellsmore. Cleared at the back again. Good defence by Green Gully. That's got to be a free kick. It was a late call. He was brought down, and he got studded, I think, in the back of the leg there. Casper Hallam. The challenge was okay, but maybe just a little bit overzealous towards the end. And there's a yellow card given against the Avondale team. Two. Bit of extra injury time will be added on here. Getting some running repairs is Casper Hallam, who's scored a goal tonight and set up the third goal for this man, Abdullah. Free kick a long way out. He scored his goal from a similar distance at the other end. He elects to go back with the pass to Lockheed. Lockheed will also go back defensively to McDougall in the orange boots into the middle of the pitch with his pass. Back to McDougall again, a long ball looking for Abdullah. Chipping in with a nice little header. It was Wellsmore. Abdullah's there again. Lockheed got tangled up with Trzeski. Getting a little boot in Cuba. Aguet couldn't take it. Coming in Hope. Did very, very well. Beating Valentini. And now they bring it down the left-hand side through Lagoog. And Hope has scored the first goal of the 5 that they've scored tonight. Green Gully. And it would be a miraculous effort from here. There's still plenty of time left, but they've only scored twice tonight. We're in the 68th minute, they're down 5-2. Avondale off and under the pump, and they've gone for their passes tonight and then had to retreat, try and set things up. It hasn't really worked. Kamara has been the man that they've often retreated to. Towns. Edwards, another one. Wellsmore, the two New Zealand players have tried hard. He tried to come inside his opposite 20 for Abdullah, but Abdullah puts it over the sideline, just marginally inside the attacking half for the Avondale team. The top side to be facing their third loss tonight, 5-2. They're down at the moment, using a header. Got it down to Lockheed. Lockheed on the left, indiscriminate kick off the side of the boot. And it goes out of play. Taken by Kamara. Down the right-hand side. Almost brought down, but he kept his feet. Trzeski. Oh, gee, that was good play. It was right across the goal mouth. Got past the goalkeeper, Driscoll, and then charging in to try and finish it, but he was off target, and he hit the side net, Zinni. But he was in a good position. He was onside too, lurking with intent inside the 18-yard area. But he just had too much work to do to curl that back, as it was a beautiful pass from one side of the pitch to the other from Avondale, and it beat Driscoll. Kicks off the edge of the boot. Wellsmore's been good tonight for Avondale. Headed down. And the free goes against Aguet on Lagoog, and McDougall will take it. So they make another change here. Wellsmore coming off. Fourth sub on for Avondale. Manos was waiting for that to go out of play as it headed right down the pitch. And was stopping Abdullah from getting near that so they could get a goal kick and set up again. Through Kamara. And now they've got a chance. Player was brought down. Definitely brought down. Yellow card. Just as they got it into the middle of the pitch. And he charged it to the left-hand side with a nice ball, Towns. He was dragged down. Katabian is a player that's come on. I spoke to a couple of boys beforehand and asked what the pronunciation was and says Katabian, and they laughed their heads off. Katabian is their fourth inclusion. Abdullah turns a couple inside out. Edwards hung on to him briefly, but he was still too quick to get around him. Well done by Kamara to get a boot in there. And then Kiva comes the other way and puts it back. Manos had some work to do as he nearly turned it into by Hallam, but he survived okay on that occasion. They had a collision in the first half. And it goes out of play. Cuba. Katabian. Courtney Perkins. Paul ball turnover. Comes back to Courtney Perkins. Gets the ball now towards Towns. Turns him inside out. Shoots. Good defence by Ragoog, who was helping out the goalkeeper Driscoll. Chance again for Valentini, but he had a couple to beat and couldn't do much about it. But they managed to put it over the byline. Under some pressure there, Green Gully, and they get another corner kick. And they haven't taken advantage of these corner kicks tonight. Avondale have had a lot more. Long ball to the heart of the 18-yard area, headed down. Headed clear, though, of the congestion by Green Gully, taken by Edwards. But the free kick's given a little bit late. He was pulled off it, trying to control it. Abdullah, who might be BOG for his 3 goals. Didn't do a lot early in the first half, but he ignited with the penalty and then that magnificent long shot and then a goal. Well, they turned it over twice with some bad football, bad passes by Avondale, which probably typified their night. They've come good, but a little bit too late. We're in the 73rd minute and it's 5-2 on the stream for Football Victoria. Dan Lonergan here at Green Gully Reserve. Lovely to be here. And the Green Gully fans are loving it as well. Club that was founded 70 years ago by Maltese immigrants. Had a lot of success over the years. And of course, this club have had a few different identities. Avondale, settling on Avenger Park in Avondale 30 years ago or so. The Italian Sporting Club of Keilor when they were first founded back in 1984. So here is Kamara. Worked very, very hard, gets it inside the attacking half. Good ball by Towns down the right-hand side. But unfortunately running out of room, they couldn't keep it alive. But once more, Green Gully had the last touch on the byline. I think they've had one corner kick, Green Gully. They've had half a dozen at least, Avondale. Might be another change here. Green Gully about to make a substitution. They get deep. They get high. Valentini got very, very high. But he couldn't get enough on it. Kept alive. By Kamara, who came down to get involved in that particular corner kick, being very tall. Back inside the 18-yard area and getting high. With Valentini, but he's crashed into an opponent illegally and gives away a foul. So it's 5-2. Michael Edwards still trying to urge his team on here.
Get yourself ready.
Another change about to occur too. Looks like Kowalovic, number 19, might be getting ready to come on. Number 23 getting ready as well. That's Carl Amanti, number 23. So 2 changes to occur for Green Gully, leading 5-2 in the 75th minute. Long ball by McDougall. Headed away again. The defence by Avondale through Courtney Perkins has been solid. He goes over the sideline. This crowd, looks like it's grown again. Up the top level there is obviously where the coterie group is in the social club rooms. Plenty of traffic at the food stalls and the drink stalls as well. Turnover again by Green Gully. Down the left-hand side. Courtney Perkins gets back and it was put over the sideline by Hallam. Ironically, the defenders haven't been too bad, but it's tough when there are turnovers. There's not much you can do about it. That's what cost them early in this half. They were down 3-1 at half-time. It was 5-1 and now 5-2. Another turnover. Talking of turnovers, Lockheed. Abdullah, who's been magnificent with his 3 goals. Fancy footwork to Lockheed. Too much on that one to Abdullah. Turnover now for Avondale. Here's Zinni down the left-hand side. He's got 2 opponents around him. Gets through Lockheed on the edge of the 18-yard area to the top of the 6-yard box. Little touch by the Goot, but he just couldn't quite control it. It just slid off the edge of the boot, and it's going to be a goal kick. But it was good work. Zinni was in and out there of 2 opponents, and it was good to watch down this left-hand side. We're in the 77th minute. Green Gully 5. Avondale on the cusp of suffering their 3rd loss of the season. Green Gully looking for their 5th win. Keep them in touch with the top 6 at the halfway mark of the season. It's been round 13. No way there that he couldn't have been sided. Oh, I thought that was a free the way of what I was trying to say there. Well, it will be Casper Hallam. No way that he couldn't have been sided for pushing his opponent off that. Down the right-hand side, here's a Gook again. Can he get it past? Oh, he did. But unfortunately, on the left-hand side, as he lobbed it over the top, he couldn't get his boot to it. The goalkeeper Driscoll was beaten. And even though he might have been offside, then he couldn't get his boot to it as the goalkeeper was well and truly beaten. Now they call offside. Some interesting decisions tonight. I think he was offside. So Kowalovic coming on. Imanzi coming on. A couple of players have had good games. Coming off, Josh Hope, who had 27 games at Melbourne Victory, is one of those. And Declan Wynn, New Zealand international, also coming off. Played a very solid game in defence. Kept Kerr well under control when he was on the pitch. So it's 5-2 in the 79th minute. See what Imanzi can do, and also Kowalovic. Long ball, beautiful header. He got plenty of that. Edwards right in the heart. Footed away by Hodges, cleared again by the Avondale defence. Chested down by Abdullah every time he gets it. He really stepped on the ball then. Lost control of it, goes out of play. Edwards to take it. And then getting a boot on that and putting it over the sideline was Imanzi. We're in the 79th minute. The Goot tried to get a ball through, he couldn't. Kamara's there. Trailing him in is Hallam. Back now to Manos. Manos will go wide. 5-2 the lead. Green Gully heading for, you think, a big win here. Down the right-hand side, Courtney Perkins. Towns. They're still running now. The Gook again, but he seems to be the one that needs to provide the spark for them in that final third. and kicks into bodies, and they get another opportunity here to set something up. Little pass, deep ball to the 18-yard area. The defence clears again for Green Gully. Couple of headers, another nodder away by Abdullah. Kamara's there, that big body. Arches the back to keep Hallam off it, fends him off, forces it wide. Chance now for Avondale, trying to get control of it. Cuba, back now to Towns, now to Cuba, one of the subs. Good ball, he was brought down, but just outside the 18-yard area, and the ref thought he mightn't have been touched at all. It might have been acting a little bit Academy Award style. He agrees with me. Zinni. So nothing doing there in the 80th minute. And it is 5-2, Green Gully. 3-1 at half-time. And 3 goals tonight to Abdullah. To give him 8 for the season. Off the side of the boot by Driscoll. Edwards will take it. Goes back to Kamara, the centre back. And they've often had to go back to go forward. Nanos. And their passing has let them down a lot tonight. 2 big turnovers through the middle of the pitch resulted in the score quickly going from 3-1 down to 5-1 down for Avondale, the Avengers. Katabian, nice ball to the right-hand side. Nearly turned over. Well played. Amanzi, who's just come on, dispossessed, and he was the last one to touch it, according to the Lions person. Back to Towns. Again, all defensive work this. Courtney Perkins. Zenny. Good little ball inside. A goot. Stripped of it though. Down that right-hand side. Good play Pavlovich. Here's Casper Hallam again. On the edge of the 18-yard area. Kicks into bodies. Nice defensive work by Katabian again. As he was looking to maybe try and launch that, and Katabian kept his line. And I think that Manos thought it was a goal kick. It's going to be a rare corner kick for Green Gully tonight. They haven't needed it. They've led 5-2 and done a great job. And they deserve their lead.
Jalil!
Abdullah on the left. It's all the players getting there. Across the face. An attempted header there by Big Ragu. And he's saying that there might have been a handball against Avondale, but the ref has said nothing doing. Kamara, Agu. Katabian's been good since coming on. Lobbing ball down the right-hand side. Player nearly goes down. I thought he did go down, Cuba. Sliding in. Pavlovich. Turned over the other way again. Good work by Edwards. The nodder again. Katabian mops it up. Wants support. Towns is there. Zinni went to ground. Towns to the 18-yard area again. Well played by McDougall. Helps out Driscoll. Their defenders have got back very deep. And he just thrust a boot at that as it was coming in Driscoll's direction. And the score remains at 5-2. Their defenders have just been better tonight, more organised. A few times we've said that Avondale's defenders have been caught napping, and maybe not getting back deep enough. You can have an off night. Haven't had too many of them so far. They've beaten 3-1 and 2-1 before tonight to Dandenong Thunder and Heidelberg respectively, who are second and third on the ladder going into round 13. But this is a big loss for them and a big win for Green Gully. So you look at it both ways. What's the big story? I think the big story of this game has to be Green Gully's magnificent performance. Scoring early, putting pressure on Avondale. Avondale got the equaliser through a penalty, and you thought, well, everything's back on track for them. They've scored in every single game. And then there was another penalty. Abdullah finished, and he got that magnificent goal right on half-time, and they were as flat as a tack and very sloppy, I thought, Avondale in the first 10 minutes of the second half, and gave the football away in mid-pitch. And 2 goals were scored. One by Abdullah, set up by Hallam, and then Hallam got on the end of one. Here's Kiffle, who's one of the subs. Receives on the left-hand side. Just over halfway.
Down now to Hallam, who's had a very good match, as I said. He's under some pressure. He tries to keep it alive. Good defence, though, by Avondale. Put it over the sideline, and Hallam had the last touch. 5-2. Courtney Perkins. Valentini. Good defence again. And Manzi for Green Gully. Getting a touch on a Cuba. Puts it back now to Kamara. Edwards. He's right on the edge there with Zinni. He's got two opponents looking right at him. He goes inside. Stopped at the back of Manzi. Did very nice inside the 18-yard area. Good defensive work for Green Gully. And he finds his teammate Hallam. Hallam under pressure, tries to turn Kamara inside out. Edwards there to lend support for Kamara. Under pressure and pushes it over the sideline. Well played by Michael Edwards. And then he drapes the shirt of Hallam. It could have nearly been. The yellow card, not given. On the right-hand side is Perkins again. Courtney Perkins. Pushed away by the Green Gully defence. They lead 5-2. We're in the 86th minute. With some extra time to come. Into the middle of the pitch again. Towns tried hard. Has needed more support. Katabian, as I say, been pretty handy since coming on. It's a defensive midfielder. Now inside the attacking half. Swings it from one side to the other. Down the left-hand side to Edwards. Cuba. At the back, McDougall. There's Katabian again. Immovable force inside the attacking half. Through ball. Didn't have enough on that for the Avondale team. That was Trajewski. And Driscoll, who's conceded twice tonight. But they're going to have a big win here, 5-2. You'd think at this stage. He might have been an accidental handball, but still a handball as he went to ground trying to get a boot on that. Courtney Perkins down the right-hand side. Valentini lobs it up to the 6-yard box. Missed by McDougall to the back now. Trying to keep it alive. Valentini kicks into bodies once more. Just hasn't quite worked for Avondale tonight. He waited for the ball to bounce, and then he had two opponents pounce on him on that left-hand side. And another corner kick. As I say, they've had a few but haven't taken advantage of any of them. 5-2 the lead for Green Gully. The Rot started against Avondale with Hope scoring in the 16th minute. Good low ball to the left-hand side. Just kept alive. A scissor kick by Manzi. That nearly went in. Great effort by Cook for his third. It was a nonchalant header. And I thought it again. A few times Driscoll's been beaten tonight. But he must thank his defenders on the last line, and that was a scissor kick save. Magnificent play by Manzi. Skills of these players, brilliant to watch. Their defence has been a bit more organised, I think, Green Gully, in this good performance tonight. Certainly their best of the season. 5-2 is going to be a free to go to Avondale. On the right-hand side, about 5-6 metres out from the 18-yard area. Front of the social club rooms, well populated, as I've said a few times, here at Green Gully Reserve. Long ball, parried away by Driscoll, right on the edge of the goal mouth. Here's Abdullah, met now by Katabian, looks to come inside. Edwards got a little touch on it. Taken by Lockheed now. Lockheed goes wide to Kiffle. Kiffle on the left-hand side. The defenders get back now for Avondale. Can he finish it off? No. Low ball and comfortably taken as it rolled along the turf. Parried up well by Manos. Just couldn't quite finish it off, Kiffle, one of the subs. Here's Edwards again, kicks into bodies, and it's put over the sideline against Hodges. Edwards. Katabian has been terrific since coming on, as I said a few times. Out to the right-hand side. Cuba.
Courtney Perkins, back to Cuba again, but opponents are around him. Lots of green and white shirts in front of him, near the 18-yard area. And he goes on the left and forces it wide. Another goal kick, and we are now in the 90th minute. See how much extra time there is. 5-2 lead. Green Gully heading for what should be a famous victory unless something spectacular occurs in the next few minutes of what's left. 7 minutes of extra time, injury time. 7 minutes. Wow, so if they're good enough, they can still score 3 times, but it'll be one of the great results, as I said. Barracking for the game, even though Green Gully certainly deserved to win. Here's Courtney Perkins, charging down the outer side. In front of the social club rooms. When I say the outer side, from where we're broadcasting from in the scaffolding. Catabian, Edwards at left back. Cuba. But well done by Amans. He comes across his bows and puts it over the sideline with a lovely piece of defensive play for the Green Gully team. Catabian. Oh, that's terrible. As Callum couldn't get enough on that, was hoping that his teammate Lockheed had run up, but well done Kamara. A couple of times they've just turned it over badly, whether they've attempted to switch Avondale or those occasions early in the half where they've gone straight down the middle and into the lethal company of Green Gully players who've got them on the rebound, and then it's been a battle between Abdullah and then Hallam against the goalkeeper Manos, and there's not much he can do about it when the defenders are nowhere to be seen because they've gone forward hoping that their team would keep possession, and they haven't. It's probably not their fault either. It's the poor disposal of the midfield. 5-2 the lead. Favour of Green Gully. Going to have a big win here, as we've said a few times. Player put down. A Gook. But no, it's a goal kick the other way of Green Gully. A few minutes left in extra time. But they're looking quite comfortable on the bench. They may make one more change. They can do that. And bring on Braden Portelli, one of the young boys, who's won an under-23 award at Green Gully. Long ball. Edwards, he missed it, but not a then. Abdullah clever to his partner in crime. Hallam. They've scored 13 goals between them this year. Of the 19 that Green Gully have scored. 19-4, 21 against. So it gets their goal difference down a bit, which will help them in their quest to finish in the top 6 with a big win coming up tonight, getting to 3 points. Good turnover, Valentini beat his opponent, Abdullah, who's gone down writhing in pain. The ref's letting the play go. Lockheed gets back. Valentini kept going, and he tries to score, and he was completely off balance, and he misses the bullseye by about 40 feet. 5-2 the lead. Closing stages. Attention now on Abdullah is helped up by Catabian, who's been at this club a long time now. And they made the grand final in 2019, got defeated. And then in 2022 had an off year for them, finishing 7th after they had a period, Avondale, earlier in this century where they went up 5 divisions in 6 years. Outstanding performance, and they've been a very strong side, and they're going to go into the 2nd division of the new competition in conjunction with the A-League in the next year or so, which will be a great test for them, as they've been very consistent over the last 3 years, winning the championship and the premiership, which is a hard thing to do. South Melbourne, who won the premiership last year but couldn't win the championship against Oakley, who beat Avondale in the preliminary. As another turnover, Kiffle getting a touch. Abdullah's recovered. Edwards. Green Gully after finishing 6 points off relegation. So that's 2 wins. They're quite comfortable, looking for a better year this year and going pretty well at the moment. Here's a chance now for Valentini, but again the defence good. And Manzi's been all right, but he gets blanketed by Valentini, and it goes over the byline. It will be a Green Gully ball. 5-2 the lead. Big result coming up. Braden Portelli might get a couple of minutes. He's going to come on for Abdallah, who's done a great job, scored 3 times tonight. That magnificent left foot shot from a long, long way out. One of the goals of the year, be hard to beat, I reckon. So he just gets a couple of minutes, the young man. A header from the kick back into play. The back foot all right from Cuba with Kadabien with the header. Krajewski, Valentini, but he's caught wide. They get on goal side again, the defence Green Gully, which have done so well tonight, and they win it back, and then there was a bit of pushing and shoving by Valentini against 3 opponents, and the assistant coach was off his chair saying, "Ref, what's going on?" It's been a bit of that tonight. Five to the lead. Yellow card against Valentini. There's been a few yellow cards given. And McDougall with the ball, another solid player for the Green Gully team tonight. He's done his job. Big victory coming up. 5-2 the lead. We're in injury time now. It was worth 7 minutes. Closing stages. Edwards headed. G was brought down. That was that was clumsy. The effort by Portelli in his first involvement in the game. Wide now. Here's Avondale. Down that right-hand side. Pushed on again. Looking to try and set something up, but again the defence very good. Amanzi, this is what and then a couple of players don't like the treatment that Amanzi provided, who again got goal side, as Avondale were looking to try and cut inside. There's been a bit of this tonight. And tempers flaring a bit in the closing stages here. There's a big win coming up here for the Green Gully side. So he who laughs loudest. And they can be happy with the 3 points, which is going to come their way. And it's only their 3rd loss of the year at the halfway mark, but they've now lost 2 of their last 3, the top team, Avondale. So they'll be a little bit disappointed. Not only that they've lost, but more predominantly with the way they've defended. And if Heidelberg can win this round, they'll go ahead of Avondale on 31. And Thunder, as the siren or the whistle sounds, not sirens in AFL, the whistles in soccer. Green Gully win and win comfortably. 5-2, a terrific result. How good was that? I was just saying that Avondale losing means that they're in danger of losing top spot to Heidelberg, who could go to 31. And if Dandenong Thunder win, they'll join them on 30. And then Oakley Cannons, last year's champions, are on 25. Preston Lions 21. And then Hume on 20. Dandenong City 16. Green Gully have risen above Dandenong City and will stay there if Dandenong City don't win this weekend, and they go to 18 with their best win of the season, 5-2. Goals to Hope in the 16th minute, then a penalty to Agook when he was crashed into by the goalkeeper Driscoll just inside the 18-yard area to level it up for Avondale, who scored a goal in every game, and then a penalty at the other end, Green Gully, to make it 2-1, and then a magnificent long shot by Abdallah. He got that penalty, and then he scored a magnificent goal from a long way out to make it 3-1.
some poor football. They turned it over twice, Avondale, early in the second half. Avondale combined with Casper Hallam to make it 4-1. His third goal. Casper Hallam got another turnover to get his first of the night, his fifth goal of the season to make it 5-1. And then a late goal by Gully. It was basically him or nothing going forward. They broke down in that final third as well as their defence, not getting back enough like Green Gully did, because there were times when Driscoll was, I thought, caught off guard and was beaten a few times, but the defence of Green Gully were able to get back in the last line and stop Avondale from scoring. So a big win, 5-2. Thanks to your company on the stream tonight. More matches to be streamed right throughout the weekend for Football Victoria in both the men's and women's competition. We thank you for your company and enjoy the rest of your football. We'll catch you soon.